Hey, hey, everybody. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that I'm live in the right place. Give me a second, just so I don't miss anybody that comes on and any of your comments. Okay, amazing. Just turn the volume down. Hi, I am so excited to come on today and talk to you about manifesting, because it is so it's something that is spoken about like all over the place. There are so many different ways, there are so many different techniques, there are so many different things that you can do. And what I want to talk to you about is the importance of using any of those techniques is actually the energy behind the manifesting, behind the actions, whether you journal, whether you do a daily practice, whether you do like the 369 method, for example, however it is that you manifest, the really important part of manifesting is the energy behind it. When we bring in human design is the science of the aura. Hi to everyone that's coming on. It's not showing me who's coming on, so hi. So say hello and and I will know who you are. Hi Stacey, hi Fiona, hi Lauren, exciting. Hi Teresa, amazing. I'm seeing everything come through now. So what I was saying was that it is the human design is the science of the aura. And when we are living in alignment and we are embodying our design and we're living in alignment to how we are designed to be in this world, who we are designed to be, our aura expands. It is open to receive more. So when we're looking at things like manifesting is all about the aura. It's all about the energy. It's all about what you are putting out is what you are getting back. So when we look at your aura, when we look at your design, when we look at your energy, that is where your manifesting really comes into play. And that's when it becomes really potent. So when we pair that together with human design, that's when we can really tune into how we are designed to manifest, how we can really tune into the way that it works for us. That's absolutely fine, Teresa. It will be available in the group for you to catch up on. Hi, Mum. So the first thing that I wanted to talk to you about is the types when it comes to human design. So we are always manifesting, okay? I am sure that any of you who have looked into manifesting before will know that we are always manifesting. Whether you are doing it intentionally, whether you are doing a specific manifesting practice or not, we are always manifesting, okay? The energy that we are putting out there is always what we get back. So when you feel yourself surrounded by, oh my God, why is all this bad stuff happening? Oh my God, why does this keep happening to me? The first thing you want to look at is your energy, because the law of attraction, like attracts like, that is all manifesting is. It is all about energy. So it's all based on what we're putting out. So when we're putting out negative, we get negative back. When we're intentionally putting out what we want to create, sometimes we find that, we're doing all the things, we're doing all the actions you might have done manifesting courses, you might have watched YouTube videos, you might have watched TikTok videos, you might have got a book, you might have, however it is that you do it, you might be doing all of the things that you're supposed to be doing, that you should be doing to call in your intentions and all the things that you want to manifest, and it might not be happening for you. And that always comes down to energy. That always comes back to what is going on in your aura, in your energetic field, okay? So cleaning up your energy is crucial. The first thing I always get my clients to look at is, what is going on in your world right now? What are you calling in right now? And how can we clean that up? So looking at today, when we're going to bring it into human design, it's really going to make it quite clear for you to be able to see how you can clear your energy up and how you are designed to be and how you're designed to use your energy in the best way. And that is going to get your energy in alignment, which is going to call those intentions and manifestations in, okay? So think about it like a glass. This is the way that I always think about it, okay? So think about your energy, your auric field. whatever you want to say, think about it like a glass. Now, when it is filled with clear, beautiful water, you can put into that water and flavour it however you like. Okay, it is your glass. You are in control of what goes into that water, what flavours you want. Okay, when we are filling it with all of this yucky stuff, or we're allowing things from the outside to come in and flavour our water and come into that glass, it can end up full of all kinds of yucky stuff that's going to make like this really disgusting taste. Okay, so that's kind of like the analogy that I use when it comes to manifesting and the aura. So I'm going to go into types, because this is the foundational pieces of your manifesting, because this is the basis of your aura. This is your aura type. So there's 5 different types. You've got manifestors, manifesting generators, projectors, and reflectors. I will put a link in the morning, Leslie. I will put a link in the, I think there was one in the event. I will put one in the comments as well. So if you haven't got your chart and you don't know your human design, then you'll be able to go and have a look at that and then come back and rewatch this so that you can see what bits line up for you. Now, if you are a manifestor, you are a trailblazer, you are here to get the party started. You're here to have this really potent fire starting energy, but you are also here to rest. Okay, so if you are a manifestor, you are here to have that surge of energy and really run with it, like that big surge of creation. It might not look like anybody else's idea. It might not look like the path that anybody else has walked. It might not look the same or how you think it should. You are here to break the mold. As a manifestor, you are here to do things differently. You're here to have that creative surge and be like, oh my God, this is what I want to do, or this is how this should be done, or boom, you know, you just had this creative surge, and then you go with that creative surge. Okay, but you have to know that once you've kind of birthed that into the world, you are then going to have this lull of energy where your body is going to call you to rest. And it is really, really important as a manifestor for you to listen to that and for you to allow yourself to really kind of have that rest, because so many of us are conditioned to feel like we're being lazy if we take that rest, or, well, I've just started this, I should now carry on, and I should always have this big hyped up energy about the thing. It doesn't mean that you are out of alignment with the thing. It means that you just need to rest. And that's when the next creative surge comes, like that next burst of energy, that next creative surge, that next kind of like powerful energy that you are here to deliver. That's where it's going to come from. It's going to come in your rest. So when you don't allow yourself to rest, when you convince yourself that you're lazy, when you tell yourself that it's selfish, whatever it may be, when you don't listen to your energy and you stop yourself from having that rest and really feeling into your ebb and flow, you are going to not be in alignment with your design, which means that you are going to burn out. You're going to become overwhelmed. You're not going to love what you're doing anymore. And your manifestations aren't going to come into fruition because you are not putting your energy in all of the right places. You're filling your glass with all of this murky shoulds and obligation and people pleasing shit, right? Now, as a manifestor, you are here to initiate. So you are here to go first. You're not here to follow the crowd. You're not here to follow the shoulds. You are here to initiate. You're here to go first. So when you have these creative surges, when you have these bursts of energy, follow them. It doesn't have to make sense. It doesn't have to be the done thing. You're designed to go first. You're designed to build the new, because then the other types come in and they follow. Okay. You're also here to inform. So it's really important for you to tell people what it is that you're doing, rather than just kind of running off from here and going, oh my God, I've had this big creative surge, I'm now going to run off over here and I'm going to do the thing. Like, tell the people that it's going to affect. Make sure you are informing people, telling people what you're doing, because that's going to really help your energy alignment. That's really going to help kind of remove any conflict, remove any issues that might arise in your trailblazing surges. Okay. And when we look at your signature and your not self theme, so in the human design, every single type has a signature and a not self theme. Your signature is how you are supposed to feel, like what feels good for you, like the feeling that you are supposed to, or that you are designed to embody and feel. Your not self theme is what shows up when maybe things are a little bit wonky, maybe you've got a little bit too much murkiness in your glass, maybe your energy is off, maybe your boundaries are a bit wonky. Like, it shows you where things aren't quite right. So with the manifester, your signature is peace. So you are designed to be in peace. This is why you're designed to inform. This is why it's really good for you to tell people, to inform people what it is that you're doing, where it is that you're going, what it is that's going on. Because then you're going to promote more peace in your own energy, because I've told the people, it's now down to them. I've done my part. I've initiated, I've had my creative surge. I have all of these crazy ideas. I'm going to tell all the people that I need to tell, and then I'm going to go and initiate. And then when I feel like my energy is dipping, I'm going to give myself the time to rest, and I'm going to allow that surge to come back in. Do you see how this is going to then create that peace in you? And the more you follow your design, the more peace you will feel, the more aligned your energy is going to be, the more clear your energy is going to be, the more clear the water in the glass. So then you can bring in more things. When you, as a manifestor, manifestors are really prone to people pleasing, because you have these big ideas, but you want to keep everybody happy. You might feel like you don't fit in. You might feel like you're a little bit different, or you think a little bit more outside the box than other people. You might feel like, you might try to confine yourself to the box, to the shoulds, to the how things should look, what you should be doing. And when you do that, you are filling your energy with a lack of boundaries, with people pleasing, with, you've got energy leaks all over the place. And that is going to cause your not self theme of anger. Okay, so your not self theme is anger. So when you notice that you're feeling irritable, when you notice that you're feeling snappy or angry about certain things, that's because you're out of alignment. That's because you're not following your design. And that is when your manifestations aren't going to come into fruition, because you're angry and frustrated and you're not feeling peace. So just using your type can really help you, call in your intentions and connect to those manifestations. So as a manifestor, like, tune into your body, tune into how it feels for you. Obviously, human design is split into 5 types. Every single one of those types has different nuances, different authorities, different profiles, different things. But even if we just, come right back down to basics and we look at the type, there is so much in there that can really help you to tune into your alignment and tune into how you are designed to be. And sometimes it's really hard, because sometimes we feel like we need that recognition, or we need that, we need somebody to say, yes, it's okay, or we need somebody to guide us, or, and as a manifestor, that's not how you're designed to be. You're designed to go first. You're not designed for somebody to say it's okay. Like, when I say inform others, I mean just tell them. You're not asking for their permission. You're not asking for them to tell you it's okay. You're not asking for their validation. You're saying, I'm going to do this thing, and your powerful trailblazing energy is going to, people are either going to go, yes, I'm coming with you, or no, that's not for me. And that brings me into the generator energy. Now, for the purposes of this, I have combined the generator and the manifesting generator, because the aura of both of them is a generator aura. They are both generator types. There are nuances between the generator and the manifesting generator. But when we're just looking at the type alone, and we're talking specifically about energy and the aura, they are here, they have the same signature and not self theme. They're here with the same strategy. They have a very, very similar energy. I will talk slightly about the differences in a minute. Now, if you are a generator type, so a generator or a manifesting generator, you are here to respond. Okay, so you're going to then be responding to the manifestor. So the manifestor, not necessarily, like this is just how the types run. You are here to respond to anything. Okay, and the thing is, you are always in response. Now, there is a lot of stuff out there about human design, and a lot of the stuff, when I first started diving into the world of human design, a lot of the things that kind of kept me hanging around, kept me stuck, was that we are here to, as a generator type, you are here to wait to respond. So I was kind of waiting for this thing to come along that kind of just made me go, hell yes. Now, that isn't technically how it goes. You are in response all of the time. You can be walking through the field and something can just light you up and make you feel really good. Something can make you feel, oh no, I don't want to do that. Like, you are here to be in response all of the time. So really tune into like, what's a yes and what's a no for you. It's like the yes no game, but in reverse. You are here to only say yes and no. I bring this in with my children actually, because they are all, apart from one, generators or manifesting generators. So when it comes to things like dinner, instead of what you fancy for dinner, and they're like, I've absolutely no idea. Generators are designed to be this or that, yes or no. So do you want this? Or like, so questions like that really work well. So when you're looking at yourself and your own energy, ask yourself, do I like this or do I like this? Do I want this or do I want that? Is this a yes or is it a no? You're a very binary being, and you're responding from your sacral. You are not responding from up here. You're not responding in a way that makes sense. It's not logical. It's not necessarily linear. It is just a body response. So it's really good to practice. Get up in the morning. Do I want a cup of tea? Yes or no? Feel it. Get to know how your yes and your no feels within your body, because you will then just begin to know on a daily basis when you're doing certain things. Oh, I felt a yes. Oh, that's a no. And ask yourself questions all of the time, because that's how you're going to tune in. Do I want this for dinner? Do I want this or this? In my business, do I want to do this or this? When you're thinking about the intentions that you want to call in, when you're thinking about the things that you want to manifest, do I desire this? Do I desire that? If it's anything less than a fuck yes energy, it's a no. There is no middle ground. There is no grey area. It's a yes or it's a no. There's no maybes, not sures, blah, blah, blah. If it's not a sacral yes, it's a no. So what happens with a generator is when you are in response, when you respond to your yeses with a yes, it like turns on the battery pack of the sacral, which is literally like the battery pack for everything. So when you are in business, for example, and you are really lit up about what you're doing, you're going to have so much energy. When you are saying yes to things that are really a no, you are going to burn out. You are going to feel stressed. You are going to feel overwhelmed, and you are going to feel your not self theme of frustration, which I'm going to talk a bit about in a minute. So you really want to tune into like, where am I saying yes when it's really a no? Now, it's really funny because I remember working with a coach right at the beginning of my human design journey. And she said to me, like, I said to her one day, because we was in like Telegram coaching, which is my absolute favorite. And I said to her, I voice noted one morning and I was like, oh my God, I had the worst evening last night. I did this thing. I went to go to this thing. I can't even remember what it was. And this happened and that happened and this happened. And it just ended up being like this big ball of stress. She was like, did you even really want to go? And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, well, did you even really want to go? And I was like, not really. But I had to because, obligations, shoulds, all of the things, because I had to. She was like, well, there you go then. And the awareness of that has really made me say no to the things that are a no. Because if you're a generator type and you are saying yes to things that are a no, your energy is off. Your battery's not turned on. You're going to get really tired. Things are just going to happen. Like, you go out for dinner, for example, with your friends. You can't be asked, but everybody's invited you. You feel like you should go, and off you go. You get to dinner, they don't have what you want on the menu, so you order something else. It turns up and it's cold, or there's something wrong with it, or whatever. Little things, or something happens to your car on the way there or on the way back, or the weather's really bad, or or your heel breaks on your shoe. Like little things, because you're saying yes to things that are really a no. When we say yes as a generator type to things that are a yes, our energy expands and we are open to receive so much more. When we are filling our glass with things that are a no, but we're doing them anyway, or we're doing them to please other people, or we're doing them out of obligation because we should, because that's what we should do next, and this is how it should look, and blah, 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 our energy just goes whoop, like this. So then you've got no space for new things to come in. You've got no space for the yeses to come in. Like I remember saying, like, I don't have anything that I'm really saying yes to. So it's because you don't have any space, because you're so busy doing all of these things that you don't really want to be doing. Funnily enough, that is actually how I ended up doing what I now do, because I was in 2 network marketing companies, one which I'd fallen out of love with but was earning me an income. That's another one that I was trying because I kind of wanted to replace the income of the first one, because I knew that I wanted to walk away, and I was trying to replace it with a company that I thought might be better. Underneath all of that, I really wanted to get into coaching, but I didn't have the time, and I didn't have the money, and I didn't have the energy, and I didn't have this, and I didn't have that, because I was too full. I was too full with being mum to 5 children. I was too full with being a wife. I was too full with looking after the house. I was too full with trying to run these 2 businesses, one of which I was just doing for an income, but I was still having to do all of the things, make all the sales, do all of the team stuff. And the other one that I was trying really hard to build up, so I was putting loads of energy into that. Like I was burning out, I was stressed, I was overwhelmed, and all of the things. And when it was like, if you just let go of some of the stuff, it'll allow space for the next thing to come in that's actually a fuck yes. And that is how I ended up doing what I do, because I walked away. Do I want this? No. So off it went. Do I want this? No. So off it went. Do I want this? Yes. Okay, I'll keep that. And I just keep things that are a fuck yes. That is how your energy comes aligned. That is how you then call in your manifestations. Now, with a generator type, boundaries are really important, as you can probably tell from what I've been saying. Like saying no to the no things is really important. Boundaries is like up there, right? Now, listen and trust, like always listen to your sacral and always trust it. Doesn't always make sense, isn't linear, isn't logical. Get out of here, listen to your body, allow it to respond for you. Now, there's not self-theme, and the signature for a generator is frustration and satisfaction. So if you're feeling frustrated, like where is that frustration coming from? Where are you out of alignment? What is causing that frustration? Because that's shrinking your energy, it's contracting your aura, it's blocking your manifestations, and it's stopping all the good stuff coming in. Where are you feeling satisfaction? If you're not currently feeling satisfaction, what makes you feel satisfied? What makes you feel lit up? What makes you feel good? What makes your sacral go all like, yeah, like this? Like that's the energy that you want. That is going to open you up to receive more things when you're doing the things that you love. If you don't feel like you're feeling satisfaction in your life right now, do more of the things that you love. Find out what makes you feel that way and do more of it. Okay. 2 of the things I do with my clients, regardless of what type you are, to have a good energy clear out is a shit list. Recognize what's shit and either find a way to make it better or get rid of it. And a good list. What makes me feel good? What am I passionate about? What lights me up? What brings me joy? I want at least 10 things on that list, some big, some small. Like I have things like going to the beach on mine, but I can't always do that. That isn't always viable. It's not always, I'm like an hour away from the beach. So it isn't always something that I can just do. I have things on there like dancing, reading, listening to music. So when you are feeling a little bit, what can you do to raise your vibration? What can you do to bring your energy up and in line with the things that we're supposed to feel? Okay, so that's something that you can give a go, especially if you're a generator type. And then we move on to projectors. Now, if you are a projector, you are a guide. You are here to guide everybody. You are full of wisdom. You are here to impart this wisdom. Now, the way I always explain this, okay, in like a really sort of, you all know I love an analogy, right? So if you are a projector, the way I see it is that you have the manual of whatever thing it is that, of most things, to be fair, you have the manual of all the things. If I need an answer for something, I'm going to be going to the first page and going, right, okay, so here is an idea for something I could do with this. Here is an idea for something I could do with that. Or you're going to go, right, I'm going to try this first. And you're going to start on page 1. If you are a projector, you just know what page to go to. You skip out all the bits to try because you have this, like, it's almost like an extra vision. You can look at something and you can just go, well, I know how to fix that. Or I know how to do that. I know what to make that better. You just see it different to everybody else. Now, my husband is a projector, and I can relate this to him so much. He'll come home from work and be like, oh my God, I'm so frustrated. Like, these 3 guys were trying to fix this boiler, and they'd tried this and they'd tried this and it wasn't working. And I walked in and I was like, for goodness sake, like, it's obviously this. And I just went in, 10 minutes later, it was fixed. And it's like, yeah, because you went straight to page 20 and they were still on page 2. You know, he thinks I'm crazy, so I don't tell him that. But I see the projector all the time. Now, as a projector, you have this innate wisdom. You have this incredible way of seeing things, and you can see where people are spending their energy well or wrong, or how they could spend their energy better. You can see how people could do things better. You can see, oh, I've tweaked that. This could be done better like this. Okay. With whatever field it is that you work in, or even if you don't have a business and you're just in general life, like, I can really, really see it in all of the projectors. It's just in you. You will see things in a very different way to everybody else. And it's like you're skipping all the parts that everybody else is trying to work through. And you just go, no, it needs to be done like this. Now, this can be a very potent energy. And this is why your strategy is to wait for an invitation. Now, this doesn't mean sit on your sofa and wait for an invitation to drop into your inbox or through the letterbox saying, I invite you to. Okay. An invitation can look like somebody messaging you, somebody commenting on your post, somebody reaching out to you, somebody's just in conversation saying to you, oh, could you tell me about that? Okay. Now, the way this works, so I'm going to try and explain it because then you'll understand the invitation a little bit better. Now, with a projector, you have this wisdom, okay, that we've just spoken about. You have this kind of you have this sight, this vision that nobody else can see. But some people don't want to be told. Some people don't want to be guided. Some people might just think you're over opinionated, or you're trying to tell them what to do, or they're just not ready or open for your guidance and your wisdom. And this is where you are then going to feel bitter. So this is the not self theme of the projector. Bitterness, okay? Because you're going to then feel bitter. You're going to feel unappreciated. You're going to feel, because you're going to say to somebody, oh my God, I know, you can do it like this and you can do it like that. And you know you're being really helpful. You feel like, oh my God, that person should appreciate the fact that I've just given them all of this wisdom and guidance to help them. But when people haven't necessarily invited you to share or asked you for that guidance and wisdom, they might not be open to receive it. So the response might be, well, I don't want you to tell me what to do. And then you're going to be like, and you're going to feel a bit bitter about it. Do you see how this conflict happens? So when, as a projector, you ask for that invitation, your wisdom, your guidance, your opinions, what you see is going to be greatly received. It is going to be appreciated. And everybody knows a projector loves to be seen, loves to be heard, loves to be appreciated and acknowledged. And your signature is success. So you're here to feel successful. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean earning loads of money in business. That doesn't necessarily mean having loads of followers or like what success stereotypically looks like. The feeling of success could just be you and a friend having a conversation, and that friend saying, I'm going through a really hard time, this is happening, XYZ, blah blah blah, and you then giving your insight that you have so much deeper than anybody else, and them saying, oh my God, yes, I can see it like that. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And that is going to give you that feeling of a job well done. Yeah. That is how, as a projector, you work. So if you are feeling this bitterness, this irritability, this like, that kind of feeling as a projector, that is where you're out of alignment. That's where you're giving your energy and it's not being well received, or it's not necessarily wanted, or you're giving your energy in the wrong places. All of those places that you are feeling like a pat on the back, like a job well done, successful, you're feeling lit up, they are the places that you want to be spending your energy, that you want to be putting your time, that you want to be sharing your wisdom and your magic and your insights. Okay. Amazing. That happened this weekend. Job well done. Fantastic. So how did that make you feel? Can you relate to kind of like the process that I've said? Did that resonate with you? That's amazing. But do you see, like, I find it really, really fascinating because I wish I could give my husband a bit of a shake and just be like, mate, honestly, this stuff's real. You might think that I'm cuckoo and I'm absolutely crazy. And I talk about like astrology and how we're designed, like, and it's all a load of rubbish. But really, really, I see it in him every day. And the bitterness sometimes, because he will give and give and give and give and give and give. And then he gets really bitter about it. And I'm like, just break the cycle. Because when you're invited, because I see it the other way as well, invited, given, appreciated, acknowledged, it's been taken on and whatever, feels absolutely incredible and amazing. He thrives on it. When that doesn't work like that, when that balance is off, it really creates that bitterness. It really does. That kind of like frustration of no thank you, you know. So then we've got the reflectors. Now the reflectors are a rare being. Reflectors are about 1% of the population. So if you are a reflector, you are rare. You are very special and you are so, so different to all of the other types. So reflectors have a completely open chart, no defined centers in there whatsoever. So you, as a reflector, are literally extremely sensitive to everything around you. You will feel, you're like the true definition of an empath. You will feel everything in every way, from your surroundings, your environment, the people you're around, all of the things. Like, that's really, really going to matter to you. So the first thing I really want to say to you as a reflector, and one of my best friends is a reflector, and we've worked really hard on this, and now, like, the changes since she started embodying being a reflector has completely changed her life. So, and the one thing I want to say to you if you're a reflector is, like, tune into, pay attention to, really listen to your body. Where do you feel good and where don't you? What environments, what people? Get really strong on those boundaries. I'm not going there. I'm not spending time with those people. This is where feels good. That's where I'm going to be. Because you are literally taking everything on from all around you all of the time. It's really important for you to cleanse. It's really important for you to protect your energy. It's really important for you to do things like sage and stuff like that, and to really release the energy that isn't yours and that is no longer serving you. But when we're talking about manifesting, Like, where makes you feel good? Spend more time there. What doing what things? Like, what activities, what actions make you feel good? Spend more time doing those things. What people light you up, make you feel good? Spend more time in that person's energy, whether it be online or whether it be in person, right? As a reflector, you are a lunar being. You are connected to the moon. You are here to wait 28 days. That is your strategy. So you're not here to go fast. You're not here to be like go, 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 like some of the other types are. And the world, society is very conditioned to the manifestor and the generator types. So the manifestor, like, just fucking do it energy. Yeah. Just get out there, just do it. That's a very manifestor energy, because the manifestors are the only ones that are designed to just get out there and do it. If you've had an idea, if whatever, go out there and do it. And then you've got the generator energy. Just go, 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 do, because generators are the only ones with access to consistent energy. The sacral is the life force energy. If they're lit up, the battery pack is on. So you stay lit up, the battery keeps going. That's why I'm like a Duracell bunny when I'm doing all the things that I love, because I'm like boom, 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 boom. Okay. The generator types are the only ones that are like that. So when you're in the world of online business and female entrepreneurs and network marketing and all of the things, and it's like, do this every day, do that every day, have all of the energy, show up even when you don't feel like it. It's like, no, because you're not designed to be that way. Something I forgot to say about projectors is projectors are also have that ebb and flow like the manifestor, but it's very different. A manifestor might have a good few days of this big surge, and then they'll have a good few days of a dip. Like, it's important for you to know what works for you. As a projector, you will have like daily ebbs and flows. You kind of have like a 3 to 4 hour output a day where you have the energy and you do the things, and then the rest of the time is rest. You have to feel into your ebbs and flows. You're not here to be doing all of the time. Okay. The biggest thing with your manifesting when it comes to like types alone is to really tune into who you be, to who you're designed to be, to how you are designed to be. Rest when you want to rest, go when you want to go. When you're lit up, run with it. When you're not, don't push yourself. Break free from the restrictions, from the shoulds, from the obligations, all of the stuff. Okay. So back to reflectors, like, you're here to wait 28 days. You're not here to have an idea on the Monday and implement it on the Tuesday and run with it on the Wednesday. You're here to have an idea on the Monday and feel into that idea over the next 4 weeks. And really, as the moon changes, it will activate all your different gates. Because you're completely open, you will really feel the energy of the transits that the moon moves through over those 28 days. And you might find that a week later, you ain't feeling that idea, or you're really excited about it, or you've tweaked it a little bit, or whatever. And over the course of those 28 days, it will evolve, and you will be able to feel into all of the different things that it activates in you. And if after 28 days you are still like, hell yes, then it's time to go. Learning to wait, that waiting period is so important. It's so crucial. It will clear up your energy like you wouldn't believe. Like I said, I've been working with a client, a good friend of mine, who is a reflector, and like implementing these things has literally been life-changing. You're also a chameleon, so stop trying to fit into a box. Stop being like, well, I've been doing this for 6 months, so I should keep doing that. Stop feeling like, well, I look this way or I look that way, or my personality's been like this or my personality's been like that. Like, you are completely open. You are here to change and ebb and flow. And, oh, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to try this on, and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to try this on. And that's okay. Like, give yourself permission to follow your energy, to just go where feels good. Because it's always going to take you to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Okay. With reflectors, surprise and disappointment are your signature and not self-theme. So you're here to be surprised. You're here to sample and try on and experiment with new things. Like, I'm going to go here. How does that feel? No, I don't like it. I'm going to go here. Oh, that feels really good. Your not self-theme is disappointment. So like, I'm going to go over here, and it's going to be really good, and then actually I'm really disappointed. So really pay attention to like where you're putting your energy, where is making you feel good and where is not. Absolutely no worries. It will be in the group for you to catch up on, so you're more than welcome to catch up on it at any time, and then you'll get all the bits at the beginning as well. So just from knowing your type, like I said, this is your aura. So it really comes down to like human design being the science of the aura. This is how all of your different auras are. So your type is your aura type. So this is how your aura works. This is, and if we go back to the analogy of a glass, kind of wish I had a glass. I keep looking to pick one up and I haven't got one here. I left my drink in the kitchen before we started. If you go to pick, if you have a glass and it's all full, like think about your aura like that. How much of my aura is feeling lit up? How much of my aura is feeling like clear, beautiful water? How much crap and ugh and no's and obligations and shoulds and all of this shit am I filling my aura with? Because your manifestations are going to come in when you get rid of all that bullshit and you tune into like what feels good for me. I'm a generator. I literally ask myself that question every day. What feels good for me today? Where feels good for me today? Do I feel like doing this today? No. Do I feel like doing this? Yes. And and it is quite spontaneous. And it is, I used to tell myself that I couldn't be like that because I had the kids. And now I'm just like, do you know what? We're going to the beach this weekend. And we did, and it was amazing and it was fun. And when I've tuned into this yes energy, like what feels good for me? Do I feel like doing this? No. Do I feel like doing that? Yes. I often say to my husband, like, give me some examples, give me some options to choose from, because he's like, oh, I'll say I want to go out this weekend, I need to get out of the house, I want to go out this weekend, what should we do? And he's like, oh, I don't know, what do you fancy doing? And I'm like, I don't know, give me some options. And he'll literally sit there and go, well, we could go here. And I'm like, no. He's like, oh, we could go here. No. We couldn't. No. We could go to the beach. I'm actually going to give you a really good example. So last week, I can't even remember what day it was. Last week, I was meant to be, okay, so the kids had an extra day off. There's a whole thing with the school. I'm not going to get into that. But the kids had an extra day off on the Tuesday. And I was like, weather's meant to be really nice. Let's go to the beach, right? And Monday, we all got up and it was hot. And I thought to myself, oh, we should have been going to the beach today. I've probably left it too late now. I'm not going to change plans. 5 minutes later, my mum messaged me, oh my God, bet you wish you was going to the beach today. And I was like, yeah, I do, yeah. And she was like, why don't we then? Let's just go. Why don't we just go to the beach? So I had the idea. I had the external thing to then respond to with a hell yes. That's what we did. We literally ran around the house like crazy for about 40 minutes, getting everything ready, packing a lunch, all the things. And off we went to the beach. It was later than we normally would have gone. It probably didn't make logical sense because we got stuck in traffic and all of the things. Did we have a great time? Yes. Am I super glad we went? Yes. Was everyone super happy about it? Yes. You've got to follow your yeses. And, things like that. That's just like a really small example, but I'm trying to show you how you can really use this every day. Responding to external things as generator type, obviously. So if you've got any questions about the types alone, then let me know. Even if you're not on now and you're watching this back on replay, give me a hashtag replay. Let me know that you're watching. Chuck any questions in at any time. I will always come back and answer them. So the last thing I'm going to talk to you about is the arrows. So if you've seen on your human design chart, so imagine it's like this, you will notice that you will have 4 arrows around your head space on your chart. So you'll have 2 on the right side and 2 on the left side, and they will either be facing left or right. So the arrow that we want to look at when it comes to manifesting is the bottom right arrow. So as you are looking at your chart, the one that is on the right-hand side and the bottom one out of the 2. Now, this is the arrow that is all about manifesting, okay? Now, some of you, the arrow will be facing to the left, pointing to the left, and for some of you that arrow will be pointing to the right. Now both of them mean completely different things, and it literally tells you how you are designed to manifest. Okay, how you are designed to tune into your intentions, tune into your manifestations, and how you can call them in. Okay, exciting. So obviously, once it's your energy is really important, because if you are blocking your manifestations with wonky energy or a cup filled with loads of yuckiness, it's not going to happen regardless of what you do, which is why I always tune you into your type first, into your empowerment of your type. Get your energy aligned, get your energy like on point, clear water flowing through, alignment, yeah, tune into that first. And then when it comes to doing your manifesting, if your arrow is facing to the left, you really want to focus on the details. Things like vision boards are going to work really well for you. Using pictures of things that are like exactly what you desire is really going to work for you. Focusing on the way it looks, the way it feels, the way it smells, the way it feels, all of the things. So say you really want to manifest a brand new car. I want you to, when you are manifesting, get as clear on those details. Okay, how does that car look? What color is it? What are the seats like? What is the shape? What does it look like inside? What does the radio section look like? What does the steering wheel look like? Like as much as you possibly can. If you can, go and test drive one. Go and take it for a spin and really absorb exactly how it smells, how it feels, how it, like, when I say feels, I mean like physically feels, like how it feels in your hand, the stitching around the steering wheel, all of the things. Okay, like get really clear on all the details. What's the key like? How does the key feel in your hand? What does it look like? How many buttons does it have on it? Does it have a bit that comes down? Does it have a bit that flips out? Is it a square pad? Is it all of the things? Okay. Get a picture of the exact car that you want and put it on your vision board. Okay. Because you are here to really get into the nitty gritty of the details. The details, the more specific you can get, the better. Now, if your arrow is facing to the right, you are the polar opposite. Okay. And this literally made so much sense to me. Mine is right facing. I have always struggled with vision boards because a lot of the things that I desire aren't things I can have pictures of. I desire freedom. I desire adventures. I desire memories, experiences. Like a lot of the things that I desire aren't necessarily tangible. They're not, I can't go and get a picture of a car. I did because I was told that that's what I should do and that's what I should have. So I found things, I found places that I wanted to have the adventures in, and I stuck them on a board, but it never really done what it was supposed to do, which is every time I look at it, go, yeah, I want it. They were just pictures of things. Like now it's changed. If your arrow is right facing, you are designed to be more fluid. Okay, so feel into the experience of it. So if you really desire a new car, you're not looking for the stitching, the details, the key, the whatever. Why do you want a new car? What does that mean to you? How is that going to feel? As in, not tangibly feel, like physically feel, but how is that going to feel to you? Focus on the feelings. It's really important for you to focus on the feeling of things. So if you are right facing, like, how is having that car going to make you feel? And then try and tune into other things that make you feel that way. So if it's going to make you feel really successful, what else makes you feel successful? What else can you have or do that makes you feel successful? Think about when you visualize it, whatever practice it is that you do, whether you write it down, whether you visualize it, whether you pray, whether you say it out loud, however you do it, whatever technique that you use, this is where the technique doesn't change, but your energy does by aligning to your type. And then how you do it and the bits that you're actually tuning into really comes into play with these arrows. So if you are visualizing it, for example, if you're left facing, you're going to visualize the finer details, all of the specifics. If you're right facing, you are going to be visualizing the excitement. You're going to be internalizing the feeling of it. How is that going to make you feel? Okay. Do you see how different that is? And I know that in a lot of manifesting, like rituals, techniques, all the things, it kind of tells you to do both. But if you are right facing, getting hung up on all of those specifics is going to really kind of block you from connecting like you need to be able to call them in. I hope that makes sense. So if you've got any questions about the arrows, drop them in the comments, let me know. But that is going to make such a big difference for you, because when you know if you're left or right facing, you know how to tune into it. For me, going, oh my God, I don't need the pictures to make it a thing. I don't need to have it doesn't need to look like everybody says it should look. I can just really harness that feeling of what, when I have this thing, of how that's going to feel. And it has literally changed the game for me. So let me know if you've got any questions. Let me know how you get on with all of the things that we've spoken about today, and maybe give it a little test. Think of something that you want to manifest. Now, I'm going to keep it small because sometimes, okay, you need to prove to yourself that you can do it. Sometimes a lot of us have tried to manifest before and it just doesn't happen. So when you think, oh, I'm going to manifest £5,000, it then feels like huge. And you're like, yeah, I'm not going to do that though. I haven't manifested anything before. So the test is a really good way to kind of be able to congratulate yourself, to be able to give your wonderful mind up here some evidence that says you can do it. You've had the evidence to show that you can. So the test goes a little bit like this. Pick something that you don't see every day. Pick something that might be a little bit different. So like an owl or a feather or something. Okay. If you are left facing, tune into the specifics of the thing that you want to see. If you are right facing, when you see that thing, how's it going to make you feel? And then let go of the how. Doesn't matter how you see it, doesn't matter where you see it, doesn't matter how it happens, doesn't matter how the manifestation comes about, because it's another thing that really keeps everybody caught up, but that's a story for another day. So set the intention and really tune into how it's going to make you feel, all the specifics, whichever way facing you are, and really spend time tuning into, like, setting the intention. So within the next 48 hours, I am going to see a butterfly, or I am going to see an owl, or I am going to see whatever. And then really, really feel into it and just let it go. And just be open. You might see it pop up on TV. You might see it on a car. You might see it on a sign. You might see it in a shop. You might see it on social media. You might see it anywhere. It's just going to come up, okay? And this is going to do many things. It's going to give you the dopamine here of, oh, yes, I can do it, which then pushes you to do the next one. And the next one's going to be bigger and more important and more, Secondly, it gives you the evidence that says, yes, I can do it, for when you're telling yourself you can't. And 3, it's going to get you harnessing that energy. Okay, it's going to get you really tuning into how you are designed to do it. Let me just catch up with these comments. Is it the bottom arrow on the right hand side? Yes, the bottom arrow on the right hand side. So as you're looking at your chart, you will have 2 arrows on the left and 2 arrows on the right. And this one is the bottom one on the right hand side. I've just done a vision board and it's blown me away. Excited! See, vision boards work. Now, I don't want to say that you can't have a vision board if you're right facing, because you can, but it's different. Like, I no longer feel like I have to have certain things on there. I have to get really specific about what I want. It was like, find the perfect car that you desire and put it on there. And I was like, now I can create a vision board of things and tune into how those things make me feel. It's very different. It's very different. And they don't have to be specific. I can put a picture of a beach on there and just know how I'm going to feel when I go traveling with the kids, for example. It's pointing to your head. It's on the right hand side. So yes, that's left facing. It's pointing left. So focus on the specifics. I'd done a vision board a few years ago and achieved everything on it. That's amazing. Vision boards are incredible. Whether you're left facing or right facing, vision boards are incredible because it gives you something. It's like making a list and then ticking something off of your list. It gives you that dopamine hit that's like, yeah, I did it. So that's always amazing. It kind of gives you permission to celebrate the fuck out of yourself, which is always amazing. And it reminds you what you're aiming for. It reminds you what you're doing it for. Let me just say, amazing, well done. Amazing, amazing. What are the other arrows for? Okay. I'm not going to go into all the other arrows today because this was specifically on manifesting. The other arrows have got lots of things in there. My favorite one, if I'm honest, is eating. It's actually about digestion. So it's how we digest the world around us, how we digest information and how we digest food. It's very interesting. But anyway, I'm not getting into the other arrows today. If you've ever been a part of the Radical Self-Love, I don't think anybody on here has, the Radical Self-Love course program that I run, we cover all the arrows, we cover everything. Types, authorities, profiles, strategies, signatures, not self-themes, defined centers, undefined centers, incarnation cross. So we dive into your life's work, we dive into your life's message, we dive into all 4 arrows. It's very exciting, very, very exciting. So any questions about anything that we've spoken about today? Any questions about manifesting? Any questions about anything to do with your human design chart when it comes to manifesting? Obviously, there is a lot of nuances, like I've said, within the human design chart. So today, obviously, we've touched on types and the arrow obviously is manifestation specific. When you dive deeper into your chart, in whatever way you choose to do that, when you dive deeper into the embodiment of it and you go into the nuances, so your authority, your centers, defined, undefined, when you go into your profiles, when you go into your gates and your planetary placements and all of that kind of stuff, it just gets more and more and more. And when you do it in such a way that you can learn and embody, it's like everything. It's everything I will always do because I learn all the things. I am a 1 profile, which means I'm the investigator, I'm the researcher, I love learning all the things. So I got stuck into human design because it fascinated me and I learned all the things. And then I was like, it doesn't really do anything though, does it? Then 6 months later, I heard about it again and I was like, it just keeps coming up and it keeps coming up. And every time I hear about it, I'm getting this response. So I went back into the world of human design and embodied it step by step. My human design doesn't like me being slow. So it was a challenge. It was a challenge to step back and do it piece by piece. But it was incredible, really tuning into this is this. And this is how I live by that. Not just this is this. It's this is this and this is how I can use it. This is where my magnetism is. This is where my conditioning is. This is where my wisdom is. This is my life's work. This is what I'm here to share, what I'm here to talk about, my life's message. Oh my God. The key to expansion, the key to your wealth, abundance, all of the things. There is so much inside your human design chart. And, I would love to be able to, so many people jump in my inbox and they're like, oh my God, tell me all the things. And I'm like, I can't, because I can't. Like, there is no way that I could do that in a small amount of time. And sometimes when we know so much information and don't do anything with it, it's just information. It doesn't change anything. So having that embodiment process along with it is really important, and that is why I run that alongside the program. So if you wanted more information about the program, then give me a shout. I also am introducing human design into the membership this month, which I'm really excited about. That's going to be on Friday. We're going to be going deeper into the types on Friday. And then as the months go on, we will be doing more and more on different parts of the human design chart, which is going to be really exciting. I'm quite looking forward to that. So there is the membership, and there is also the program. Very, very exciting. So that is all from me today. If you have any questions, you are welcome to message me anytime. You can also drop them in the comments. And if you're watching on replay, the same goes for you. Drop any questions in the comments and I will make sure I come back and answer them all for you. Thank you to everybody that has come on today. Love you all. Don't forget, you're amazing. Happy manifesting.